in a world where two nerds join together to create the coolest fucking podcast you've ever heard in your life. Prepare your shriveled ball sacks for the
Dun, dun.
Electric Best Friend Circus. Hey guys, and welcome to another week. Week 2 of the Electric Best Friend Circus podcast. I am your co-host, Andy, aka HIGHnMIGHTy. With me is Adam, aka PurpleBeach. How you doing today, Purple?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful.
Oh, that's just
as usual.
That's just dandy to hear, buddy. So, I think that we're gonna just jump right into the meat of it and start off with a Stelkel topic / Stelkel story time. So, do you wanna tell a Stelkel story, or would you like me to do the honors?
You have the honors.
Okay, all right, okay. So, I had one I was gonna tell. I can't remember which one it was. There's so many. All right, so the Stelkel story I'm gonna tell this week, is going to be a time where he actually moved away from where we lived in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and he moved back in with his mom in Indiana for a little while. And he came out to visit us for like 2 weeks, and his brother was supposed to pick him up. And his brother actually didn't pick him up for like a month and a half. So we kind of just like inherited Stelkel for like a month and a half. And at some point during that, we all sat down and watched the movie Constantine with Keanu Reeves together. And he was like obsessed
Terrible
with it.
movie.
I think it was pretty decent. I liked Constantine.
Keanu Reeves is like the same in every movie. But
Dude,
that's a sidebar.
Well, yeah, that's total, like, I mean, he just, like, holds up his hand and he's like, Keanu! And he, fixes whatever impending danger there is. That's kind of...
I know Kung Fu.
That's his wheelhouse, bro. Dude, you wish that you could learn Kung Fu the way he learned Kung Fu in The Matrix, bro. Tell me it's not true.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Too bad I already know Kung Fu.
Oh, yeah, I'm a master of ninjutsu and taekwondo. Motherfucker, you got trouble wrestling your wee-wee out of your trousers to take a leak. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's quite large.
Yeah, when people say I have a baby dick, they actually mean a dick the size of a baby. So I digress from my Stelkel story. So we ended up inheriting for like a month and a half, and we watched Constantine together, and he thought the character that played the devil was like super badass in it. And he was like, I just can't figure out what's so badass, why I like him so much, bro. And I was like, you know why, man? It's because he shaved his eyebrows. And he was like, oh, whoa, you think? And I was like, yeah, dude, of course. And he's like, maybe I should shave my eyebrows, too. I was like, dude, I think you could pull it off. He was like, yeah, bro. I was like, shit, I'll give you a pack of cigarettes if you do it. Let's go. So we ended up shaving off his eyebrows for a pack of cigarettes, and they took like months. Like by the time he left, they were just starting to grow back. They looked like a withered old man's like eyebrows, like just barely like peeking through his eyelids and shit.
You know you got a great friend when he'll shave his eyebrows off.
I think it was because, like, I was thinking about this the other day, and I think that it's, like, partially because we kind of grew up where, like, Jackass was, like, one of the coolest things ever. You know what I mean? The show Jackass or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I always thought those guys were, like, kick-ass, and, like, I thought they were hilarious, and I, like, really did look up to them, like, growing up and stuff. Like, I always wanted to be that funny and have people like me that much and all that. And I think that, like, Stelkel never got out of the Jackass mindset.
I wanted to be like Sean Connery.
Oh, yeah?
No.
in like a James Bond movie, or like Sean Connery as played by Will Ferrell?
The Hunt for Red October, Sean Connery.
He was in that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't. The movie was terrible, so I don't really.
He was
remember.
like the captain of the submarine.
Oh, was he? Oh, wait. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of like a movie where
SpongeBob SquarePants?
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking... It's close. It was close. No,
Ice cream store, hookers.
What the fuck's the
banana
name of
boat?
No, stop. You're fucking with my brain. I have attention deficit. This is not cool. What? It's like a movie where like some teacher like is teaching some kids to like launch a rocket or something, and they want to...
Oh, October Sky.
Okay, so I was
Jake
close,
Gyllenhaal.
right? Hunt for Red October, October Sky, fucking close enough, right?
Yeah.
I was just trying to imagine Sean Connery in fucking October Sky. Was he like that old dude, like, Jeffrey, you put the pieces of the model together, and then you do a very fucking terrible Sean Connery impression.
There's Sean Connery.
There you go. That's not bad. That's not bad. I think my favorite Sean Connery is the one played by Will Ferrell on Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah.
That's probably the
Absolutely.
best Sean Connery. Like, I don't. Is there any other real Sean Connery besides that one?
I'll take the penis mightier.
The penis smiter for 200. Oh man, that guy, he does have an epic voice though. You gotta give him credit for that.
He does.
I think like part of it too.
You know, if I was gay, I'd marry him.
Yeah. If you were gay, he would be your number one guy that you would marry.
Yeah, Sean Connery.
Really? No, come on, dude. What are you, like, old dudes? Get out. You know? We got a fucking gray bush chaser over
If I
here.
was 55, 60, Sean Connery.
No. I'm asking you right now today, if you were gay and had to take a man as your man, who would it be? Who you man crushing? Who you man crushing on, bro?
Well, I think I would be a gold digger
Okay.
woman.
Oh, you're not a woman in this situation.
Whatever. Let's say a gold digger gay guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think I would have to pick, like, someone on the Fortune 100.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, you'd be like sucking
Bill
off
Gates.
Donald Trump or Bill Gates
Bill
or
Gates.
something. That's so
Yeah.
boring, bro.
It is boring,
You're a
but
fucking gold digger, dude. That's embarrassing, man. If you're gonna be gay for another dude, make your choice out of passion.
Who
not
would
out of
your gay
financial
lover be?
Economics. Well, dude, there's too many for me to choose.
pick one.
It's between. I actually really like Timothy Olyphant and David Duchovny.
Timothy Olyphant?
He's in the TV show Justified. He was in the movie
yeah, Girl Next Door.
The Crazies. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. He's like kind of like an old school Southern guy. Like I don't know. I just like.
That's
him.
pretty random.
I'm a pretty.
That's really random. Like, you must have thought about this before.
Maybe a little, not to an extent of like beating off to it or anything, but you know, like
I'm just rubbing my leg next to it. I'm
I'm
not actually touching my penis, so it's not gay.
totally. Yeah, I don't know. I think partially David Duchovny's in there for me because of the X-Files, and I wanted to do him and Gillian Anderson at the same time. That's the only situation I could get involved with the Devil's Three-Way, is if it was an X-Files three-way. Oh my god, these aliens are gonna kill us if we don't start fucking right now! Did you watch the X-Files growing up?
Not really. Not so much. I thought it was dumb.
Oh my god, you're so weak.
What?
Oh, dude, the X-Files.
What age range were we when X-Files?
I still watch the X-Files.
Is that like mid-90s?
I rewatched
late
the
90s?
X-Files. I rewatched the X-Files less than a year and a half ago, bro. I love the X-Files.
So I was watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and like Boy Meets World on TGIF, bro.
The only reason I watched Boy Meets World is because Topanga was a treat for the eyes.
Yeah, until like they got to the later years, and then she was turned in from a treat to a tree trunk.
Got him. Well, that's rude, Purple.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sure
rude,
she's a
but-
full-figured, beautiful, voluptuous woman, bro.
Damn.
So now for our portion of news that doesn't matter. There was another shark attack in North Carolina. I think it's like number 8 in the
There's
past.
sharks in the ocean.
Oh my god!
Do you believe this?
It ate my baby. Well, why did you have it dressed up in a seal costume? Because it was cute.
Stop bathing in blood. Get out of that vampire club. What are you doing with your life?
Right? Yeah. Oh man.
Shark. There's sharks. Do you believe that there's sharks? See, I think that they had all these shark attack news stories in like the national news because it's Shark Week.
Yeah, dude. You know what? I feel like it goes even a layer deeper than that. I feel like Discovery Channel went into the ocean, bribed these sharks to start attacking people in order to hype up the propaganda news.
Absolutely. I can't agree with you more.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
See, you know what? Discovery Channel, what they're doing to the shark race is terrible. They're making people hate sharks when they're just one of us.
Exactly. And honestly, if you guys want to help out the shark cause, feel free to donate me or Purple $1 million cash money directly into our pockets, and we will ensure that in the future, the Discovery Channel will not be able to bribe and take advantage of these poor, underprivileged sharks and force them into war.
Every shark will have its voice.
No shark left behind, bro.
None. Not one. Not even two.
Not even Steve the shark.
Not Steve. Steve's my favorite shark.
Is he really? Wow, no. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, bro.
Well, who's your favorite shark?
Jaws. Lol. Fucking got him. What kind of question is that, man?
My favorite shark is the one from Finding Nemo.
Which one?
The friend one. The nice one.
They were all three trying to be nice to fish, right? Not that I've seen Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo was like my movie to watch when I would smoke weed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was It was one of two movies. It was either Finding Nemo or Chronicles of Narnia.
Nope, dude. I would get that.
And
Ice Age, bro.
A bag of kettle corn popcorn.
Why not Ice Age, bro?
No,
just Finding Nemo, huh?
Finding Nemo or Chronicles of Narnia.
You know what's actually kind of pissing me off? I think the standard for like kids movies has gone way down. Like we grew up on shit like Fern Gully and stuff like that. And like have you seen Frozen?
No.
I think Frozen sucks, man. I got told by a bunch of people it was like really good, and I can like I don't know. I don't mind watching like kids movies sometimes. Like some of them are actually pretty.
I like
funny.
the Minion movie.
Despicable Me, right?
Yeah, Despicable Me.
Yeah, those are pretty. Yeah, those and those have like those all have like an adult sense of humor. You know what I mean? Like hidden in there.
I feel like they're still like targeting our age group.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they used to do that with cartoons way back when too, except they were like, dude, have you ever gone back and watched like Looney Tunes? Like that shit's like raunchy as fuck, bro. There's like an episode of Looney Tunes where they all get like drunk and start like trying to hook up with like the chicks, and then like they all like fuck their lives up, bro. It's intense shit, dude.
Have you ever gone back and watched an episode of Reading Rainbow?
I can't say that I have, man. You know, that's just, it's on my bucket list. I really want to get there, but I just haven't had the time. Was it Omar Epps that did that?
Oh, Omar Epps, yeah.
Take a look in a book.
It's Reading Rainbow. I can do anything.
Oh my god, I couldn't get past that. I honestly thought the whole song was take a look in a book. It's a Reading Rainbow, and then the shit just started. I was like, you like started another verse. I was like, holy shit, there's another verse.
Nope. That's there's a lot more to that song.
So you clearly have gone back and watched some Reading Rainbow.
I haven't. I just remember it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch it every night before I go to bed.
Oh, you probably. Oh, that's so cute.
I'm just kidding.
It helps you tuck in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Yep. I lay down on my soft pillow and plug in my headset and watch an episode of Reading Rainbow.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I was having a. I don't even. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea how to respond to that.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
What do I do with my hands?
I don't know where to put my hands right now.
We're being recorded by sound only, not visual. Just do whatever with your hands. It doesn't matter.
Just imagine my hands about chest high and my fingers spread apart. I don't know what to do with them.
I do imagine that.
So put down in the comments below, what do I do with my hands?
Yeah, that's definitely something that needs to be done. I actually wanted to give a couple shout outs as we, kind of get a little closer to the midway point, I guess. I wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Roosker, Andrew. He's a good dude, and I've known him for a couple years, and wanted to give a little shout out to him, to my boy Polly Zero, and to Fire and Ice. So you guys are all awesome. Thank you so much for listening and for hanging out, and you guys are appreciated. You got any special shout outs you want to
I want to shout out to Oprah Winfrey.
Okay.
And T-Pain.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah,
I heard they've been
and
kicking it.
Carmen Sandiego, but I don't know where she
Where
is
the
right
fuck
now.
is Carmen Sandiego? You know what I mean? Like, you know what? Forget a shout out to Carmen Sandiego. This is a search party for
Carmen,
Carmen
if
Sandiego.
you can hear me right now,
We miss you and we love you. Come home, Carmen. You don't have to shoot Italian porns just to make ends meet anymore and leave clues on the internet. That mask isn't fooling anyone.
Where in the world are you?
Why were you chasing after Carmen Sandiego anyway? Was she like a thief or something?
Who knows?
Oh, I mean, she certainly stole our hearts, right?
Yeah. Yep. From one beat to the next, she had them all.
Oh, man, I almost died. There was one part. Did you ever play the video game Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
No.
Oh, my.
No, because you can't find her.
Oh, my God. No, it was the worst, dude. It was the worst.
What was it on? What system?
Microsoft Encarta circa 1994. Yo, what games came out for that system? Shit, boy, let me tell you. Oregon Trail and Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. And I had them both. What's up? With an ergonomic mouse with a ball in it. I thought it was the shit. What's up? I got a CD-ROM computer. Yeah, it's got a ROM drive for the CDs.
You know what's funny about Encarta? Whenever Encarta like first came out, not many people had computers at home still.
Right.
At that point, but I was like the first kid in school to get a printer.
Yeah.
So I would take orders in school for what pictures of animals people wanted, and I would go home, print them out, and then resell them at school for five to 10 cents a piece.
Nice. Wow. Did you have like, was there any other like competition that came along later, or did you just have the market cornered?
I had the market cornered.
Wow. Did you have to muscle anybody on the playground, like somebody stepping on your toes?
Breaking pencil boxes.
Oh shit.
Stealing erasers.
Oh my
Putting
God.
them up their bums.
that sounds like
you
the Crocodile Hunter 2.0.
You want that eraser up your bum?
I got
Charlie.
you covered.
I don't think so.
Did you
Just
think
stop
so,
selling
Charlie?
those pictures.
Yeah. You always have an interesting little animal story, animal pictures this week, and we had animal wars last week.
Yeah, you know, animals are out there. They're everywhere.
It's crazy. Why don't they live in houses and pay rent too?
Damn them.
I
Damn
know.
my damn cat.
Yeah.
Where's my money?
Where's my money? I actually make my cat pay rent by killing bugs. If he doesn't kill bugs, then I have to beat him with an extension cord. I don't really do that.
My cat doesn't kill bugs.
No?
No, she just pushes them along.
Yeah, my cat's a fat ass, dude. He kills them and then eats them, and I'm like, all right, you just ate a beetle. Are you a dog or something? Like, what? Do you need to tell me something right now, bro? Like, he's got like half a moth hanging out his mouth, looking at me. It's delicious, motherfucker.
You know, the bad part about having a dog would be like, you know, if I got a dog, I would want a man's dog, you know, a huge, big-ass dog. And my new neighbors just moved in down the street. They have a Neapolitan Mastiff, and that thing's like, you know, probably 200 pounds. It's huge.
Jesus.
And I'm just walking down the street looking at this thing. I'm like, you probably shit the size of me. Like, your shits are probably the size of my shits.
Right?
I can imagine just sticking my hand in a bag and picking up these huge-ass turds from a dog all the time. Like,
yeah. That would be like a workout, man. Come check out High and Mighty and PurpleBeach's new dog shit lifting workout video. It's the XP9000 Bull Mastiff shits, and this time they're boulders.
See, if you just want to get cut quick, you get a Pomeranian and you just lift their shits all the time.
Right. You know,
like
squeeze
30
out
reps.
a lot of poop.
You know, if it's a Mastiff, you only need like 5 reps of that shit.
Dude, I'm proud of us, man. We made it 20 minutes before we got denigrated into poop talk tonight. That's nice, man. That's like a personal record for us, I think.
Poop talk. It's the real poop talk time.
Yeah, poop talk.
Join us for the next poop talk.
You know, I feel like if you get a dog that big at that point, it's like you're getting a miniature horse.
Yeah, why not just buy a pony?
Right?
An elephant.
I don't know. I grew up with dogs all my life. I personally prefer cats because they're low maintenance and I travel a lot, so I can just kind of like fill up its bowl and fill up its water, and I can dip out for a few days, and he just comes back like meow. I missed you. You know what I mean? Whereas a dog, like it needs attention every single day. Like, and even I feel like a big dog is like owning like a 4-year-old autistic child. It's always like, let's go do this. Oh my god, I'm hungry. Oh my god, I want to run outside. What the fuck's going on?
You know what owning a dog is like?
What's that?
Remember that story you told about Stell Cow? You were stuck with him for a month and a half.
Yeah.
It's like having a Stell Cow, but it just knows a little less English.
Oh yeah, not much. I mean, it says roof, and it says rough. You know, Stell Cow's got like about half a dozen in his vocab. So
and bow and wow.
Mm.
And bark.
He's been. Yeah, I got a call from him the other day, and he's been like when he calls me, sometimes he's just been giving me like these personal life details that are just brutally honest, and I'm like, like for example, he called me the other day. He's like, "Yeah, my chick let me put it in her butt the other night," and I'm like, "Dude, I don't need to know that." Like, number one, you just instantly dusted me off with a mental image, and now I have to go wash my eyes with fucking scouring pads. Okay.
Somehow we're still in the poop genre.
I know, right? I know. Yeah, bro, and she let me film it. Do you want me to send you the video? God fucking no, thank you. Did you? That kind of like makes me think of. Did you ever have like buddies growing up who like you'd roll over to their house and they'd be like watching porn, like just chilling, not like fapping, like just chilling.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'd walk in and I would just be like, "What the fuck are we doing?" Like.
I always had the same like awkward response too when I would walk into like a friend's room and they were just sitting there and had music videos playing on their TV, just sitting there doing nothing.
Right.
Like what are you doing right now?
I would prefer music videos to walking in and seeing like
it's a little less
some
weird.
Double penetration, hardcore.
Yeah.
Aggressive pornography.
Some furry porn or something.
You never know. Never know with my friends. Oh my god. That actually reminds me. We'll digress into another Stell Cow story. Why not, right?
He dressed up like Chuck E. Cheese.
Well,
I was Ronald McDonald.
This is That's an odd combination.
Yeah.
But you never have to worry about cheese on your hamburgers, so that's a bonus, right? I suppose.
Yeah.
So one time, actually it was during the time that Stell Cow stayed at my place for like a month and a half, and we had like I lived with the guys that I was in like a metal band with, and you know all that good shit. And one night I'm laying in bed, and all of a sudden I just hear the sound of people fucking coming through my vent, and the vent comes from the basement, and Stell was staying in the basement. And instantly I knew there was not a girl being fucked down there because it's Stell Cow. So I'm instantly like, wow, he's listening to porn really loudly at like 2 a.m. All right, we're just going to go ahead and ignore this. And then like literally an hour and a half later, it's still going. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this? Like, and he's not even on his own computer, mind you. He's on like the house computer. Like, we all had a computer in the basement that we could use in case like somebody else was using your laptop or uploading or whatever the fuck we were doing on the computers. So it's like our group computer, and he's like fucking down there watching porn for 2 fucking hours, like trying to get this thing like as many diseases and viruses as he fucking can within the short amount of time that he thinks he's being low key to jerk off, right? So I'm like, fuck this. I'm going down there. I'm doing something about this. Like, I'm gonna tell him to either fucking speed it up like through the door or something. Like, so I go down there and I'm about to go, like, it's in this like really big open area in the basement where like all our band music shit was, and he had like a little bed on the floor there. And I walk down there and I see him laying face first on the ground, humping a blanket, with his head turned towards the computer. Now, Purple, you can vouch for this because you've actually seen the video, right?
I have, yes.
This is 100% not bullshit, guys. Okay, this was on the internet for a while. Eventually, it got taken off. But anyway, so as soon as I see this, I start laughing and I cover my mouth like really quickly so he couldn't hear me. Tiptoe upstairs, grab my little lime green camera, and he's fully clothed. He's fully clothed, by the way. So he's dry humping a mound of blankets. Okay. So I go back down there and I turn on the camera, and as soon as I turn on the camera, in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm going to just sit here and objectively record him for like a minute, and then I'm going to fuck him up with like say some shit to mess his game up, right? I turn on the camera and he humps the air, like he humps one time, and I just start laughing. He instantly hops up, tries to throw his hump blanket at me, which I was like, no fucking thank you, and then tries to rip the camera out of my hand. So at this point, like, I recorded him for a minute and giggled, and like he was just laying on the ground humping a blanket while kind of got his like head turned and looking at a computer. It kind of reminded me of like a dog humping something, like just kind of like aimlessly humping away for 2 hours. Like, how long had he been down there? Like, dude, like,
how many times has he dried humped that same blanket? Dude. I remember asking him about that video too, and he would tell you straight up that it was his like
hump blanket.
Yeah.
He called it his humpy.
So
first off, let me just for your guys' fucking information, the humpy blanket that Purple's talking about wasn't even his own blanket. The guys that I lived with, their grandmother quilted this fucking blanket, okay? Their grandmother quilted a blanket, and it was like kind of like our couch blanket for like people who are crashing the night or whatever. And he just was like, oh, well, this is my humpy now, like. And of course, Corey Travis was like, no, bro, that's all yours, like, take it. It got to a
Thanks,
point.
Nani.
We used to always threaten him that we were gonna like take his blankets away from him. So to the point where one day he went up to like Goodwill or Salvation Army and bought like a $7 suitcase with a combination on it and locked his humpies away.
I didn't know that.
Oh yes, dude. Oh yes. But that didn't stop our friend Britton. But that's a story for another time. That's a story for another time.
Stelkel.
So yeah, I got back on the Stelkel topic. I couldn't help myself.
Modern day hero.
That story is just, you couldn't make that shit up, man.
No.
Dry humping a blanket for an hour and a half, like, dude, you need to be sponsored by Gold Bond, dude. You've got to be chafed thoroughly at that point. Like, how can that even be enjoyable? Like, it's like, why would you not just touch your dick? Like, what? You've got like 6 layers of cloth in between, like, your dick and the concrete floor, and like you're like, this is my wheelhouse. Oh yeah. What?
Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh my God. No. And you know what? He fucking had the nerve to be pissed at me. He's like, you know how long it took me to find her, bro? And I'm like, yeah, I know how long it took you. I've been listening to the fucking porn that you've been watching vicariously through the vent for the past, like, 2 hours, man. So, yeah, I know exactly how long it took you. Ridiculous.
He is... I don't know where he's from.
Yeah, yeah. He's a crazy guy. So, what do we want to talk about next? Dem slots dough.
Slots dough.
Every time you would call me before you would go to the casino, you'd be like, yo, I'm going to the casino, give me a quick pep talk. And this would be it. Don't fucking play slots. All right, motherfucker? Listen to me. God damn it. I don't care if you make fucking $50, $100, or lose 100. Do not go play slots at the end. Sit there.
I can't tell you how many times.
Play tables games.
It was the same story. Every time I left, too, I'd call you, be like, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I was playing the tables, and I got up like $1,200, and I ended up spending like $3,000 on the slots.
I know, dude. And I would just, in my head, I'm just like, why? Did our pep talk mean nothing to you?
I had 3 different debit cards, so I could take out the max amount of withdrawal.
Of each day? Oh my God. That's so gross, dude. Oh my God.
It was fun while it lasted.
It was while it lasted. Clearly, those habits can't last forever.
Yeah.
I'm like way more of a grinder when I gamble. Like when I gamble, I'll sit there for like 8 to 9 hours just to make a few $100. Just real slow and steady and not crazy plays. And
no, I'm not like that.
I've sunk like $50 into slots in my life, and I'm good. That's about it. Although, when last time I was in Vegas for Consumer Electronics Show, you remember on my way back, there was like a smoking area, but you had to be playing slots if you were in the smoking area. And I'm like, whatever, $5 is totally worth a cigarette right now. Like, I'm doing this. And I threw like $5 into my first spin. I won like $125.
That's how I get you.
I was like, no, at that point I was like, well, guess I'll just fucking cash out and sit here and smoke my cigarette for the next 4.5 minutes. I didn't even spin again. I was like, oh, that shit's not going to happen again for a long time.
If I ever come out there, I'll definitely have to get my free room at the Tropicana.
Yeah. Yeah, you should do that, man.
Oh, man.
I mean, the house that I'm going to be at will probably have an extra bedroom, too. So if you lose your ass, you know, you can always stay with me. Maybe barter your hotel room off to some drunk person for like $50 so you can eat the next day and shit.
There'll be charges for like lamps and pillows and shit on my credit card.
Right. You'll be like, oh, shit, I got fleeced by a moving company.
Because even though the room's free, you still have to give them a credit card number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's in case you damage it, I guess, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Have you ever like trashed a hotel room?
No.
Really?
Nope.
Yeah, I trashed a hotel room once.
No, I haven't. Usually they're on my cards. I'm like, everyone, don't touch a fucking thing.
I mean, to be fair, the hotel room was pretty trashed when we got to it.
Was it like a motel?
No, it was like a Holiday Inn. It was right when Ludacris came out with that song. We were all like 18, 19 years old, and one of our buddies was like, I'm going to get us a room at the Holiday Inn. And we all got a bunch of like 40-ouncers. And
did you ever play Edward 40 Hands?
You know, I can't play Edward 40 Hands because I have the bladder of a 9-year-old girl. So I get halfway through my first 40 and I'm like, someone unzip me before I slit your throat.
I've never lost Edward 40 Hands.
I'm sure, dude. You probably fucking put 2 40s in each hand, bro.
The last time I played, I went up to Penn State. This was, probably 7 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I went up to Penn State for the weekend, and I was, like, seeing two of my friends. Like, I was going to hang out with both of them.
Right.
And my one friend showed up at my other buddy's house where I was playing over 40 Hands, and we just started. He's like, hurry up and finish that shit so we can get out of here. And I was just like, I chugged them both. Jeez. And no one even had, like, half of one done, and I already had both of mine done. I was like, all right, cut these off of me. I'm out of here. See you guys.
Peace out, bitches.
Like, what the
Tell
fuck?
me how second place tastes, you shitlords.
Oh, man. I had one other buddy that, like, could drink just as much as me.
Yeah.
And did you ever do case races?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We beat 6 other people in a case race. It was Jesus. 2-on-6.
I always liked beer pong way more than case races.
Yeah.
The problem with beer pong is if you want to get hammered, you got to win, though. Which was never a problem for me. Because I'm a boss.
Or if it was your house, you could lose and just be like, my house.
Oh, that's bitch, dude. Get out of here.
I'm staying on this table.
That's right. Loser stays. Did you guys know the rule? I'm losing all night, baby. Just on that last throw where they beat you, that was an illegal foul. You're deducted 2 cups, and that makes us the winner. Next.
I just tip over the table.
You would,
all your cups are gone.
I
win.
Your cups fell off the table. That means you got to drink them off the floor. Get down there.
Did you have the roll? Did you have the roll where if you made the ball into the cup that you're drinking out of, it was game over?
We usually do like 3 cups for that, just because we played with 6. So if you like hit the first cup and then like the person would go to pull it and you would just instantly snipe the next cup, we were having a lot of game overs because of like people with good shots would just end that shit. So we changed it to 3. No big deal.
Wait, you changed it to? What do you mean you changed it to 3?
3 cups. Like if I hit a cup and you pull it out and it's in your hand and you're getting ready to drink it and I make it in that cup you're holding, you pull 2 more cups after that. So it's 3 of the 6 cups.
Okay.
Did you play 10 cup or 6 cup?
6.
Yeah, 6 cup. That's the way to go. That's where the snipers hang out.
Yeah. I don't know very many people that play 10 cup. I mean, I've played 10 cup.
Girls play 10 cup. Yeah, girls play 10 cup just so they can like launch them and get it in.
I always tried to just pull like the bitch moves and make it in your drinking cup or bounce it or.
Oh, you would.
Yeah.
I would just step up and hit a clean ass shot, bro. What you know about me?
Yeah. I wish
There's gonna be like some girl beer pong pro out there that's eventually gonna hear this and be like, "You motherfuckers, I will crush you in beer pong. 10 cup my ass. Let's
I bet
do
she'd be
2 cup."
Russian.
She would be. Oh, actually, yeah. So she'd be like, "You motherfuckers, you think you can fuck with me?
You would not win.
I will hit all the crabs. And if you're going to make the last one, I will show you my boobies and you will miss it." All right, let's talk about old school retro video games for a little bit. What is your best and worst / most loved / most hated old school video games?
Blades of Steel.
What the fuck is
Favorite?
Blade? What's
Old
Blades
school
of
video
Steel?
game. Hockey game on regular
okay.
Nintendo on NES.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
it was
right.
awesome.
What was the worst?
Worst regular Nintendo game. Man, I can't think of a really bad one.
Oh, are you serious?
I don't have a worst.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I could just name like 8 terrible ones right now.
go ahead.
Okay. Kid Cool. 720. Bible Adventures.
Why would you even buy these games?
Dude, I don't know. I was a little kid. I didn't buy them. I was busy.
Goodness.
My favorite game for original Nintendo was this game called Dragon Spirit. It was like one of the first vertical scrolling shooters that had 2 planes. You could either shoot the ground or shoot the air, and there were enemies that would either be on the ground or in the air or transition from one to the other. It's actually a really hard game.
Never heard
really
of it.
Sweet. Yeah, you should. I think it was also an arcade game.
There were so many regular Nintendo games.
There was a bunch. There was a bunch of them. I think there's more regular Nintendo games than there are for like Xbox.
Yeah, there's got to be.
Definitely for like Xbox One and PS4.
There's tons of games that people will bring up that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
And then I'll name games that people have never heard of.
Right.
I really like Lolo.
What about? I haven't heard that one. Did you ever play Bubble Bobble?
No.
What about Tag and Dragon?
No.
Okay. The next one I know you've played, and if you say you haven't, you're a goddamn liar. Battletoads.
I didn't own it. A friend of mine owned Battletoads, though.
Dude, Battletoads was the whip, dude.
Yeah. I liked, I had a lot of sports games for NES.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't, that shit was way too clunky. I had like MLB 92 or some bullshit, and it was like the worst.
I got a good video game story.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Every year when the new NHL would come out,
Mm-hmm.
I would play it until I won the Stanley Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So the one year, I think it was NHL 95 for Sega Genesis.
Right.
So I spent all this time, and I finally, because I love the video at the end when they raise the cup. It's like my favorite. It was my favorite thing in the world. So I finally win, and they're about to do the little ceremony after, and you raise the cup, and my brother comes over and hits the reset button.
Oh my god.
And I'll never, ever forget that.
older brother, yes?
Yes.
So I used to love to fight, and my little brother hated fighting.
Yeah.
Probably because I was older and bigger than him.
Probably.
It was unfair.
Yeah.
But that's when I would want him to like fight or wrestle and he wouldn't want to do that, I would just wait till he got really far in a video game and then I would pull the power cord. And then he would just scream and go after me and I'd be like, "It's on, motherfucker!" Like I would pull the power cord as he was like just about to beat Star Tropics, and then all of a sudden he would go Goku Super Saiyan level over 9,000 and just fucking charge me, bro, like with blood in his eyes, dude.
How crazy is that like you couldn't save video games?
I know, yeah, that was wild.
Like that was a big feature when that happened. You could
Dude.
save your progress.
Do you remember the Game Genie?
Yeah, absolutely.
For those of you who don't know what a Game Genie is, it's this like attachment that goes into your Nintendo cartridge and into your Nintendo itself, and then it unlocks like a billion cheats for every fucking game. Like it basically just broke the entire system.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah,
and it would make like the video game that comes out of the regular Nintendo like twice the size.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
The Game Genie was awesome.
Yeah, I like the game Genie a lot, just because like you could put it on crazy modes and actually beat games like Ghosts and Ghouls or Ghosts and Goblins or whatever it was called.
Ghosts and Goblins, yeah. That
That
was a
game was
great.
hard.
Yeah, it was. That game was sweet though. I love
That
that
game was
game.
harder than me watching David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson during the X Files, bro. That game was harder than me when you were doing a Sean Connery impression.
That game was harder than me whenever you were talking about that humpy blanket.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got Stell Kell on the call here. Yeah, we were actually talking about trying to incorporate Stell Kell in one of these podcasts. So if you guys are interested in that, in hearing the man behind the legend, and finding out that it's really not a myth, say something in the comments below, throw the thumbs up, and we'll try to figure out a way to get him into our podcast.
We will do it.
Yeah, we can find out a way. I mean, he doesn't have a computer, which kind of fucks it for us. And like, I'm gonna be honest, who doesn't have a computer or an iPad or a smartphone in 2015? Like, I'm not trying to sound like an elitist, but Jesus fucking Christ, man, get your technology game together.
Do you remember when we would be like Skyping him, and he wouldn't know how to mute it?
Oh my god.
And he would just talk really loud the whole time, and he had music blasting.
Like the one time we got him to try to play League of Legends with it, and as soon as League opened, the music, like he had little headphones in because the sounds got overwhelming for us through Skype because it sounded really crunchy. So he finally popped headphones in, and it was like, bro, how do I get the sound down? Jesus, criminy Christ, it's in my ears. Oh man, that was, and we just like mute our mics and just bust out laughing, like.
That was
man,
wonderful.
Yeah.
Terrible at the time, but just so funny.
And yeah, at the time, that's how it all goes with Stell Kell. Like during the time you're with him, you're like, wow, this is cool, and then like after, or you're like, wow, this sucks, and then afterwards you're like, that's kind of random and hilarious memory that I'm gonna have for the rest of my life. So I've been watching a lot of like YouTubers and vloggers lately, and I've kind of like nerded out watching a lot of that stuff, and I've realized that a lot of these people have like a looming fear, and not even just these people, like people in general have like one looming fear that like stops them from experiencing things in life. And like one of the guys I watch doesn't drive, and he's like 30, and he's like, I won't drive just because it scares him. And I feel like in life, you don't want to, like, things that you don't want to do, like, if you just make it a habit of not doing them, you're never going to get to experience them. I mean, I like, when I was younger, I was, like, really against trying new foods, and I was, like, all American food, like, cheeseburgers and macaroni and cheese and hot dogs and stuff, and I really didn't want to try, like, foreign food or new food, but, to the point where, like, I refused it. Or where I wouldn't eat or skip a meal. And finally I got to the point where I just started trying stuff, and I was like, wow, I actually like this, and like I never knew that I would have liked this if I hadn't just gone for it. You know?
I've never been very against trying new things. I've always been pretty outgoing, especially when it comes to food.
like for example, my girlfriend has never swum in the ocean or swam or whatever fucking past tense of that verb you want to use, and she like refuses to, and I just feel like that's like swimming in the ocean is one of my favorite things to do in the world. I've been doing it for like over 25 years. Like,
yeah, the ocean's awesome. I mean, now these news stories, maybe she won't even more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like that yeah, it kind of ties back to like the shark attacks too, because that's actually North Carolina, like. Surf City Outer Banks is actually the area that I've been swimming in like all my life during the summer. So like
yeah, that place is awesome.
Yeah, I love the Outer Banks, and like I don't care, like I'll still swim, like, or like, you know, people have it too with like flying planes and stuff.
Right.
You know, like they won't get onto a plane. You know, and like they'll go almost like their whole life like scared of getting on a plane, and like being on a plane is literally the safest. Statistically speaking, is the safest place you can be in the entire world. Comparatively speaking to walking down the street and getting run over by a bus.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it's, like
people are scared of really dumb things.
Yeah, it's not even a dumb thing, because maybe you have a reason why you're scared of it. Like when I was growing up, I was actually scared of like dogs for a little while, because I had like this crazy big dog like try to rip my face off. But then I like ended up growing up with dogs, and like I like dogs. I like cats more, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like, if anybody out there that's listening to this, if you have something that you're scared to do, something new that you're scared to try, it's always gonna be looming and like impending danger if you just think about it. Like just like I'm gonna tell you like Shia LaBeouf, just do it, do it.
If David Duchovny comes up to you and says, "Hey, you want to get down? Just do it."
Just do it. I mean, you kind of have to at that point, right? Like, Man Crush admitted, it's recorded, it's out there on the internet now. So I'm fucking. If he comes up to me, I can't even play it off like, "Oh, I'm not interested." And he'd be like, "Yes, you are."
Damn interwebs.
Damn. Well, guess I'm gay now. Oh, did you see the thing about how like the lighthouse was like, or the White House was like lit up with like a rainbow when like the gay marriage equality thing passed or whatever?
No.
Yeah, so they like used like rainbow lighting to like for the White House to like show support or whatever, and like
that's so dumb.
But why? What's dumb about it?
If they want to do it, go right ahead and do it. Why do they have to make this big spectacle about it? I don't care if gay people want to get married. Go right ahead.
Right, but they haven't been able to get married, so now that they can, it's kind of a big fucking deal, you know?
It's not really a big deal.
In some places. I mean, well, according to like 8 million Christian activists, it is a big deal.
I don't agree with it, but right. I mean, I'm not going to stop them if they want to dress up like pigeons and, eat food off the sidewalk. By all means, go right ahead.
All right, don't let me stop you.
I'm not going to do it, but, if
someday
you
I might feel in a festive mood and be the old man that walks by and throws some popcorn for a minute. You never know.
Absolutely.
You never know.
Maybe I'll have some extra kettle corn left over now. I'll throw it on the sidewalk for you.
You're like, "Oh my God, the pigeons in this city are massive, man."
And you're talking, "Am I in the Chronicles of Narnia?"
I'm going to hop on this one and try to ride it like the winged horse.
I think the media just makes big spectacles out of things.
I mean, they light up the White House pink during like Breast Cancer Awareness Month too. So I don't think it's not offensive to me like that they're doing that. Like I don't mind. Like I think our government should show some support of its people in many different variances.
Yeah, but it's literally not that large percentage of the population.
I mean, is it hard for you personally, being in that small percentage of the population in the closet? Like, is it hard for you to, come to terms with that on a day-to-day basis, bro? I'm not saying you're gay, but you do like a shovel full of dick in the morning. The media just loves that topic,
and they push all of that on TV shows and reality and the news. Everything's just pushed down your throat about it.
I mean, at the end of the day, all of the media is corporate biased bullshit. Like, and you just watch what side caters to you, especially with the news. Like, if you're a fucking hardcore right wing Republican, you're gonna watch Fox and shit.
I don't watch any news, no.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like that's all that like the media is just a bunch of fucking garbage that they spoon feed to you, and it's paid for and sponsored by everyone. Like, journalism is not anything like it used to be. Like, sure, there's still like random,
no one ever tries to, like, I don't know, get the real story. Maybe.
Yeah, well, it's because usually if they find some inner scoop on a big ass corporation, they usually get fucking murdered before the story comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's this fluff piece on gay media for you guys.
Yeah.
Get it? Fluff piece.
And here's Militia out in the field at the new puppy park in Point Pleasant. Militia, how are the puppies?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Ken. These puppies are going crazy. We saw...
There was actually someone out here in a mask saying puppies are bad. So, if you see that man, make sure you call in and let us know so we can find him. And I for one, think we should have a law that states you're not allowed to dislike puppies. Back to you, Brett.
Absolutely. Thanks, Melissa, for that intuitive report. And don't forget, you've got to get hammered and let me fuck you up the ass on our desk later tonight.
The news just sucks. It's terrible. Local news, national news. It's all like
all
they all have
biased,
the same
dude.
topics, and
It's
then
all
one
biased.
just says, you know, yeah, biased the one way, and the one's biased the other way. It's just all stupid shit.
Like, I feel like the older I get, and like sometimes people will be like, "Oh, are you more Republican or Democrat?" Which I don't think is your fucking business anyway, personally. But it's not. I don't have anything to hide, and I choose none of the above.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you can't. What's fucked up is that you can't be elected president in this country if you're not a Republican or a Democrat, because the media just shuts you out, right? Because that's how they continue having power. And it's like back in the day, like Teddy Roosevelt rolled up and fucking was third party and changed everything, right? Like we don't have that anymore. Like nobody can, like, no random.
You can't even get on the
party.
ballot in all the states if you're like in some random party.
Exactly, and I tried to get on that fucking ballot too. I'm a trained Jedi, motherfucker. There's no reason
You're
for
not
me
35.
to not be. Oh, you're right. Oh man. Well, I'm getting there.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people actually don't know you have to be 35 to be president.
Yeah. Yeah.
35, and you have to be corrupt, and you have to be selfish,
Right.
and love no one else but yourself.
Of course. And you better keep that alien shit under wraps. But I just saw Bob Dole getting probed by a spaceship. You better not fucking say a word.
Is that Bob Dole at Area 51?
Actually, that's not a spaceship. That's the Viagra satellite. They're doing space injections now. Oh, okay. That sounds viable.
They're trying to give boners to stars.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Oh man, we're definitely getting a little.
Yeah,
We're reaching too far right now.
Forcing it.
Yeah, we are.
We're forcing it.
We are.
It's okay.
Is it okay? I guess we're learning.
No big deal. Yeah, exactly. Oh, those 5 people are going to be pissed.
How many views is this? I'm gonna look. What's the other one have?
It's like 20. 27.
Did you just look?
No.
Do you just have it up all the time?
No, I looked earlier.
$31. Oh my goodness, we're popular.
Triple digits. Oh,
We're
wait,
popular. Electric, best friend.
Thank you guys so much for joining us with the second edition of the
Electric, best friend, Circus.
Don't forget to follow us on
Best friend,
Twitter and Twitch and Facebook and Instagram.
Circus.
Tweet and retweet.
Best friend, Circus.
Stay tuned for nudes from PurpleBeach next week.
Electric, best friend, Circus. Electric, best friend,
Circus. And the crowd goes wild.